welcome. You're the first people to come into my first community brainstorm, and here we are. What do you
First
want to
of
see?
all, first of all, I would say transit is terrible here. It's as we know, most cities in the U.S. are designed for cars and not people. I would like to see a priority of people over cars. More public transit, more bikeways, more better bus stops. A bus stop that's actually nice where you can go and hang out and you can buy things or whatever. You can relax and make it a pleasure to take the bus. You know what I
Totally.
mean?
So, off that note, the first thing that, and I wish she was here for it right now, but it ties right into it. But my friend Christina, because I was talking to her about it the other day, is we need to increase foot traffic in Miami. Miami's an outdoor place. It's one of those things where, like you said, here cars are a priority over people. With that being said, what could you see done infrastructurally to make okay your area of Miami, Coconut Grove, a better place?
Well, I would say better sidewalks, like wider space, uh, better bus stops, and more buses. Like a bus stop, even just having one with a bigger roof, you know what I mean? But make it nice. Like one of the reasons why it's tough to take public transit is because Miami's either usually too hot or it's raining.
Um, when it comes to what you just said, New Yorkers have to deal with way more crap than just rain and heat. Like they get snowstorms and everything, and their public transit is connected through, you know, tracks just like ours, all underground. That's not possible here. And, that's just the fact of the matter. They were constructed better than Miami was when it was primitive. The way you maximize the speed and the comfort of public transportation is by making it more personal. And to your note of more buses and more, transportation, more, but a lot smaller and a lot more pinpointed and convenient. And as we become more of a smartphone reliant, community, you can assume that people are going to have access to a phone. So what I've been thinking is taking those smaller vehicles, Amazon sized, Amazon delivery sized. I forgot the exact name of them, but not an electric version that is not the Mercedes version, because I looked this up. I just forget the name right now. But smaller and targeted and smartphone accessible so that people can access it at certain like hotspot locations and tailor it more as an Uber pool. That way, not only are you creating jobs for more drivers, you're actually getting more people to the right place in a faster amount of time. His number one promise was public transportation. I just, have you seen an improvement within the past 3 years of your public transportation?
I mean, definitely not. I tried to take the bus to work, and it was just, or the train or metro rail, and it's just impossible. First of all, like
From
one
where to
day
where, if I can ask?
to Hollywood, but also to downtown.
To Hollywood from Coconut Grove?
Yeah, I
Holy,
tried.
holy crap, dude. That, like, speaking of New York and its boroughs, that's like literally living in the Upper West Side and working in Newark. Like that's tough. That's tough. That's tough.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
how'd it
that's
go?
far. That's far. But I mean, obviously, that one's a little bit harder to fix because it's regional. It's not just city of Miami. But I also at one point was working on the river, Miami River, on 27th Avenue, and I think I want to say 17th Street or something like that. And it's not that far from here, but it was impossible to take public transit there. It was like 10 minutes by car and like 40 minutes by bus and then I had to walk like 20 minutes, and it's
Dude,
right there.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
That I mean, that's the whole thing. Like we can't continue to rely on that line, that friggin' just that line, unless
Yeah, there,
you
there has to be more lines. There has to be more connections because
so
if
it's
not,
one of the things that just recently popped into my head, and it's because everyone talks, how it's so impossible to get up there and because there's so much traffic. Why the hell aren't we using boats?